Rabotai, welcome. We are on live. Welcome to everyone. Today, Bezrat Hashem, you know what I'm going to do, Jigarik? I haven't done halachot with you. Just let me get out one or two halachot, and then we're going to get straight into today's topic. Today's topic is actually a fire one. You know, Bezrat Hashem, we're going to get into it. I want to say a few halachot. Everybody knows that whenever you eat bread, you have an obligation to wash your hands with a cup. Correct? Yes?
Right.
But we have to understand, it really depends how much bread you are eating in order to obligate you to wash.
Correct.
If a person is eating less than... Oh, there we go. Richard, look who's on. Jack. Welcome back, Jack.
Welcome, Rabbi. Welcome. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Thank you for going on. We know that if a person eats less than 1 ounce, you got to give. A person is only going to have, let's say you're having a salad, correct? And you have croutons over there, made out of bread.
Right.
If you measure the croutons is less than 1 ounce, according to the letter of the law, you're not obligated to wash your hands. You just take the crouton, you say hamot shelachem min haaretz, and you eat it. If you're eating bread less than 1 ounce, you never wash your hands for that bread.
But how do we know if it's 1 ounce or not?
So you have to measure it. You really have to measure it.
Rabbi.
Yeah.
Realistically, I don't know not one Baharian who can eat bread less than 1 ounce. The lipeshki, they love the lipeshki.
You're right. So, because a lot of times, I'll tell you, Jack, where the problem is. On Shabbat, right? Richard, on Shabbat, when we sit Friday night, we do Kiddush, right? Then we have to say Hamotzi, right? A lot of times, since there's so much food, people take one bite, Jigarik. That's all they do. They don't eat a lot of bread. But comes the problem. Number one, you're not obligated to go ahead and wash your hands for this type of bread. In order to be able to obligate yourself to wash your hands for the bread, you have to be able to eat more than 2 kazayit, 2 ounces, which is around 56 or 58 grams. Richard, are you with me?
Yeah, I know. What I'm saying is, after you do the motzi, you take a little piece of bread, you hand it to your wife. But what are you saying? You wash your hands before or after?
You wash your hands before you begin to eat the bread. Right? You're going to pour the water 3 times on one hand, 3 times on the other hand. But here's the thing, Richard. If you know from the onset, you're not going to eat more than 2 ounces of bread, you're going to eat, let's say, less than 2 ounces. Let's say you're going to eat less than 56 grams. You wash your hands without a blessing. You can't say al nitzilat yadayim.
Wait, 2 things. Do you use a cup for this washing of the hands as well?
Yes.
A cup. So I need a cup upstairs and I need the cup downstairs.
We got it. You got it. Send it over. You got it.
Richard, they get the memo. You need another cup. They get the memo.
Oh, I don't know if I should attack him because I want to attack him, but I won't. Go ahead.
Okay? So it's very simple. Richard, it's very simple. If a person is eating less than 1 ounce of bread, you're not obligated to wash your hands. All you're going to say is hamotzi lechem min haaretz and the bread, and that's it, you eat. If you're eating more than 1 ounce, but less than 2 ounces, you wash your hands, but you cannot say the blessing of al nitzilat yadayim. Jigarik, this problem a lot of women have on Shabbatot, on Friday night, Saturday morning. Also men that are on a diet, they eat a little bit, but they say the bracha. You can't say the bracha on the washing of the hands because you're not eating 2 ounces. The only time
we're obligated to say the bracha.
So you have to know what we're going to obligate you to say the bracha. You have to know from the onset you're going to eat 2 ounces of bread.
That's right. How many slices of chali constitute 56 grams?
I would say, Richard, maybe one. Richard, you ever see those shot glasses? 1 ounce shot glasses?
Have I seen a shot glass? Yes, sir. I've seen a shot glass.
Okay. So let me.
Sorry, I found that a little funny, Jack.
Richard, so I just got it. Richard, so if how much bread you are able to put into 2 cups like that, that's going to be 1 ounce plus 1 ounce. It's going to be 2 ounces. So that's how much you have to eat in order to obligate you in the blessing of al nitzilat yadayim. Okay. Any questions before we continue?
No, that was actually a very good way to to measure it now that I know it.
Right. So this is very important.
Now you can kind of put it on the eye, yeah.
Correct. Just I want to make something a note. If a person wants to eat 2 ounces, you got it. He wanted to eat from the onset. So he said the blessing of the washing of the hands. Now when he sat down, I don't know, he didn't find the bread, it's not tasty or he doesn't like it.
Right.
He's not obligated to force himself, you understand? He had the correct intention. We're going to give it to him. We're not going to say it's a blessing in vain. Yes? Okay.
Yep.
Now, just one more thing, Richard. A lot of times when people wash, I just want to show you something very important. When people wash, you got to, if you see my hands, correct? According to the letter of the law, Richard, really we have to wash up to here. Right here where the knuckles are. That's according to the letter of the law. Nevertheless, since there are opinions that hold we have to wash up until the wrist, the law states better to wash up to the wrist. So if you have minimum water, we're going to tell you to wash up to the knuckles. But if you have a lot of water, we're going to tell you to wash up to the wrist. Now when you wash, yeah, go ahead, Richard.
It's the same procedure. I don't want to throw myself under the bus, but in the morning with the cup.
Correct, exactly. Correct, Richard, yes.
But never past the wrist.
Right, but in the morning, Richard, what do we do? In the morning, we wash 1 over here, 1 over here. For the bread meal, you're washing 3 on each hand.
3?
3 consecutive ones, yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Rabbi, I thought it's.
Shah, 1 second, Rafal, Michela, 1 second. Richard, go ahead one more time.
No. I thought you said that when we get up after the Modi prayer and that we go right away to the bathroom and we wash our hands with that prayer, with the cup, it's 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2,
No.
1, 2, 3.
No. It's
No?
Richard, it's 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
6 times 1.
Correct. But for the bread meals, also 6 times, but 3 times on each hand. Automatic, consecutive. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, wait. On Friday nights, when you do the prayer, you also, I'm sorry, I didn't wash my hands Friday night when I did all of those prayers, so I did not do the Nitilat Yadim again.
Okay.
So
now, okay.
I guess you guys are not going to put me in Jewish heaven. But
Okay.
now I'm confused. We'll talk another time because I don't want to
Right, Rich, no problem. So, Rich, very simple. But I want to just make something, I want to note something important. You finish with it? You got to look at me for a second. Watch this. When you're washing your hands, you have to try to make sure that every part of the hand gets water on it. People wash their hands, and the water just goes off, correct? In between the fingers or over here, water doesn't go. If water doesn't go there, you're saying a blessing in vain. So the best way is you take your hand like this. When you're washing it, you're moving your hand to make sure that water is really going everywhere. Okay? The Shulchan Aruch states, the code of law, Jacob, listen to this, Jack. The halakha states, also is brought down in Gemara, anybody who washes their hands with a lot of water, he's going to bring a lot of blessings into his life. Because water represents blessings. So it's very important not to be cheap on water. Okay.
That's why the cup is a great thing.
Yes.
Because it gives you an abundance of water. I find that all the time.
Correct. Okay. That's it. Any questions? Isaac, how are you? Any questions before we continue?
Rabbi.
Yes, go ahead, Rav Michela.
What's the theory? Like, say you turn on the sink, right? You put your hand through the sink, 1, 2, 3, whatever, right? But then you're using a cup. So what's the theory about? Like, what's the
You're speaking about in the
cup?
morning? You speak about in the morning?
Doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't
Why
matter.
we
I need
use
to
a
know
cup
when.
to
Is
wash
it in
your
the
hands
morning
when
or
you
is it
just
for the
put-
bread meal?
Okay, say morning.
So the morning, the only thing that's going to remove the spiritual impurity is through a cup.
Why?
Because if you don't, this is the way they used to do it in the Beit HaMikdash, the Kohanim. This is the way they used to sanctify it. It had to be done through a utensil. There is one rabbi that if you don't have a utensil, you're in a hotel, you could run your hands under the sink, but we don't hold like that. We always want you to use, because the Zohar says, according to the mystical idea, you want to be able to remove tumah, and it can only happen with a utensil.
Because I would think, you'll get more water running from the sink and getting every part of your hand than a cup. You know what I mean?
Correct. But that is the whole service, that the way they used to do it in the Beit HaMikdash. So we're trying to follow that. This is how they sanctified themselves also. You're right, 100%. Rafael, the same concept. I can tell you, a person running under the shower, he's going to become pure, right? It washes you. But we still tell you it is important to go to the mikveh if you can, correct? I'm speaking about men right now, correct?
Yeah.
Because what a mikveh can do...
No, but that's two different things.
No, it's the same concept. We need...
Mikvah is water from the rain, and shower is from the drain.
Correct, but I'm just trying to explain to you that shower can also help for men, but we want you to preferably go to a mikveh if you can.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure that I know what mikveh is. Can you explain?
Yes, Richard. Mikveh is a pool of water where the water came there without us drawing the water there. It came there by itself, like through the rain. Like in the rain, we have a pipe or something that would allow the water to come into the mikveh. Mikveh is basically a pool of water.
But it's not usually in houses.
It's not in houses. They built it outside. Some people that have money, they can build their own private pool water where they're going to be able to go out and dip every morning. Soon, Ruben Igal, he's working on it. He promised me one, but we're still waiting, Richard.
No. But what's the significance, Jewish-wise,
Yeah.
of the difference between the water from a shower or from a sink and the outside? Explain that.
Okay, so the mikveh water, it has powers to be able to purify a person. When a guy is with his wife, he becomes impure in a way. So that's able to remove that impurity. Also, Richard, there's a lot of negativity around us. There's a lot of negative powers around, negative people around us, which attaches to our soul. When you go to the mikveh, it removes all that. You feel like a brand new person.
Richard, I would actually like to take you to the Chabad Center here in Sunny Isles. They have a mikvah. We can go together.
As long as there's no, that I wear a shirt that says you only have one God and you only have one rabbi. I can't have those rabbis pitch me anymore. I'm not into.
No, but
isn't the beach also considered like
everyone's naked during the process.
No, you could, okay. I mean, you could have, if you want, sure, whatever. Okay, so Rafael, that answer.
Rabbi, I think Michael had a question. Mike, what were you saying?
Yeah.
I said, isn't the beach considered like the mikveh as well?
That is the best one. That is the best.
That's the best one, actually.
Yes. If you could go to the beach, Mike, a kosher beach, where there's no ladies running around, looking for you, Mike. Yes, you could go to the beach.
Yeah.
Because I gotta be careful. You see Ruben Igal right now.
Oh, early morning. Yeah.
If I tell him now you're allowed to go to the beach, he's gonna be.
We were actually on vacation in the Bahamas with Ruben, and Ruben gave the idea, since we were in the ocean, is to use it as a mikvah. Is Joey on the line with us? Does he recall what happened to him? He's not on the line.
We had him take everything off, Rabbi, and go dip. And then we took all his clothes and just ran away.
Okay. Rafael, we're good, Rafael?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Rabbi, one thing that I also just learned, and I think it's important to note, is that, when you're doing the Alat Yadadayim, it's best to take your ring off and everything, right?
Correct.
Is that true?
Depends if you're particular. Would you work with your ring, cleaning the house or painting, or would you take it off?
I work with it.
Like, you don't care if it gets dirty or anything like that?
No.
So if you don't care, then if you always leave it on, you could leave it on. It becomes part of your skin.
Oh, I see, okay.
But it's better to, of course, take it off. If it really doesn't bother you, like a woman, for example, their diamond rings, they're always particular. Would you know, Jagarik, the rule is, would you knead dough with the ring on?
Understood.
If not, then you have to take it
Now,
off.
Rabbi, go ahead. I have a question. Is it allowed to wear the ring on your necklace?
Yeah, why not? What's the problem?
Okay.
But you're not allowed to go into the mikvah with it.
You could go in the mikvah. Jagarik, remember, Jagarik, when we say you're not allowed to go to the mikvah, it's because we want the water to go through your whole body, correct? So that the chain is loose. Even if I go with a shirt, correct? Or with my boxers, for example, if I just open under them, as long as the water goes in, I'm perfectly fine.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, you don't have to. I know you got. You
I
just
thought that you had to take everything off because
Yeah, I was always
those
taking everything
things
off.
are
no.
yeah, because those things, negative energy attaches itself to it.
Not necessarily.
And you want to take everything off, huh?
As long as you're able to make sure the water goes through the clothing, it's fine. That's why a lot of times when women go away jigadic and they cannot find the mikvah, we suggest to them to wear mesh gown, like with a towel, or when they go to the mikvah. So this way nobody's gonna look at them. They're able to dip because all the water is gonna go through the garment. We don't want them going in unclothed. Yeah.
So she basically has to be naked though when she dips in, right?
Again, if it's in the real mikvah, we want her to be unclothed. But if she's
In the ocean.
in the ocean, if she's gonna unclothe herself, people are gonna see her. We're gonna tell her to wear a gown like with a lot of holes, like a mesh, so water can go through everywhere. So when she's inside the water, yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay, Rabotai, I want to speak about today something that a lot of people have this idea that we're not supposed to become great. I want to ask you guys like this a question. Does Hashem expect that each person become great? Or is Hashem fine that we settle for being, mediocre, regular, average people? What does Hashem expect from every single Jew? You're here today.
Being great.
Say it again.
Being great. Being the best version of themselves as they can be.
Jack, you just saying it?
I think to reach our maximum potential.
Again, you guys are saying very good. You guys are saying very well. But you have to remember, a lot of us don't reach our full potential. We are happy with the minimal service of God that we do, and we don't push for more. When it comes to money, we push. But when it comes to serving God, we don't push. I'm going to give you one example, Richard. You have an option to wake up 5 o'clock in the morning to daven with sunrise when the sun goes up. Or you have an option to daven at 8 o'clock in the morning, later, 3 hours later. What do you think is the best course of action?
5 o'clock in the morning.
But how many people are going to come 5 o'clock? Not a lot. Because they want to be able to catch their sleep. Again, it's not wrong to daven at 8 o'clock, but you're not maximizing your potential. Yes, you got to get with me. Today we have this, very grave misconception. We think, the generation is weak, our children are weak, we are weak. So we give ourselves all these excuses why we can't become great. But that's not true. I'm going to show you today in the Torah where Hashem expects us to become great. And He won't settle for anything less other than being great. Jigari, you hear what I'm saying or not, Jigari? I know who you shake your head to.
No, but Rabbi, it's relative, no? Like, there is some rabbis who are expected to be great because they're already at a certain level. But isn't it relative to where we stand? So, like, I don't know. To me, great could mean I'm studying, for an hour a day. But to some, it could be 18 hours a day, no?
Correct. Like Jack said, according to your own potential, but you really have to know yourself. Are you really squeezing everything you got inside of you?
I hate the word great, Rabbi, and I never tell you what to do. I had to think.
Go ahead.
When you use the word great, it sounds to me, regular people that use the word great, it sounds prideful, it sounds arrogant, it sounds tough. The only one that's great is Hashem.
Okay. What do you want to use, Richard?
What is
the opposite of being average?
Potential.
Extraordinary? What is the opposite of being average?
Extraordinary is different than great. Great sounds like you arrived and you're better than people. That bothers me. Maybe I'm a misunderstanding how people are using the word. Would you say, Rabbi, that you're great?
Well, I say no.
We can say you're great, but you can't say you're great.
I don't think no. I try to do my best at everything I do, but no. I don't think, no, not yet. No, at least not yet, no. I'll tell you why, Richard. Because when it comes to our character traits, when it comes to the service of God, we have to know that we should never settle for the average. We shouldn't be happy with the little that we do. We should always want to more. We should have that hunger to want to succeed. And Richard, unfortunately, I mean, I'm just telling you how I see it. If a person davens in the morning, he'll be happy that he davened in the morning, and he's not going to push himself to daven in the afternoon and also in the evening. If a person like Jigari just said, if he learns 1 hour, he feels satisfied. But that's, again, maybe for him that's good, Richard. If I learn 10 hours or 12 hours a day, I don't feel satisfied, Richard. I want to learn more, but there's not enough time in the day. It's a very big difference. You have to have that hunger in you to want to do more, even after you already accomplished a lot. You don't stop, Richard. You made $1 million. You don't stop at $1 million. You want 2. For what? Why do you need 2 million? Be happy with what you have. So that's why when I'm saying over here great, the Torah does not settle for any Jew to be average. Absolutely. We have to take that. The Torah expects us, Richard, I tell you, I put it like this. The Torah does expect us to become great in our own personal missions. We have to go above the bar. You know, when you look when you look around you, you see people, oh, this guy, he does the minimum. I do a little bit more than him, I'm happy. But why are you looking to somebody that's lower than you? Why don't you look to somebody that is greater than you and try to aspire to his greatness? You understand what I'm trying to tell, Richard? I'm not saying greatness where you, God forbid, you want to pride or hoard over the person. I'm saying greatness, you want to be able to use every second your full potential in the day. When I go to sleep, Richard, I feel I am done. I'm completely done. Like I don't have any more energy for anything. It's just, I'm like, thank God I'm in bed. Not like, oh, I'm going to go to sleep now and then the next 3 hours, I'll be on my phone and just killing it because I can't fall asleep. It doesn't, no, Richard. You put me in I put my head on the pillow, I'm out. Okay. Rabotai, so I want to just tell you, I want to read for you here. It states, each day is a call to elevate ourselves every single day. Now, we're in the Parsha Kedoshim. I want to just read for you what it says in Hebrew. It says, Daber el kol adat b'nei Israel. Hashem tells Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses, speak to the Jewish people. Listen to this Jigarik. Ve'amarta alehem, and say to them, Kedoshim tihiyu. Be holy. Richard, can I ask you a question? How can you expect Hashem to send Moshe Rabbeinu to tell the Jewish people that we should be holy? How is that possible? Why? He says, Ki kadosh ani Hashem, because I am Hashem, your God, holy. How can Hashem expect us to be holy? Because He's holy. His holiness and our holiness are two different holiness. But still Hashem says, I expect you to be holy. You see what's happening or no? That means every single one of us has an obligation to live up to that standard. So whenever you have somebody tell you, oh, it's okay, you did the minimum, oh, thank God for that. No, it's not thank God for that, Jigarik. That's not according to the outlook of the Torah. Hashem expects us to grow every single day. We're not allowed to settle. You know, Rabotai, he says over here, let me ask you guys a question. If you have a father, Richard, who's a billionaire, and you have a son that is poor, does it send a bad message to the people that the father is not a good father?
No.
It doesn't, Richard. Why not?
No.
No, go ahead, tell me.
No.
Say it again.
No, go ahead.
I'm asking, Richard, if you have children, if the father is rich, and the children, God forbid, are bums, chas v'shalom, it doesn't send a bad message to the people that the parenting is wrong?
Of course it does.
What's the example he's giving here, Richard? Because you have to understand, each person wants to go ahead and he wants to make his parents happy, correct? So the very least the children are going to try to do, they're going to try to live up to their parents' standards. Correct, Richard? When you go outside, you always look good, Richard, correct? When your children go outside, they also look presentable. They're not going to walk outside, with a ripped t-shirt and a stain, because it's your face also, Richard. He says over here the same, when Hashem says, I am holy, I expect you guys to also be holy, because you are my children and I'm your father. So you have an obligation automatically to live up to that. It's not that I want or I don't. We have an obligation to live up to that holiness. because he is our Father. Now, Richard, the only thing is, you would think that this statement could be said to who? To great people. Comes the rabbi, he says, it says in the Torah, he says over here, Kol adat b'nei Yisrael. You know what means kol, Jigarik? Kol means everybody. Everybody has the potential within them to be able to become great. Not only rabbis and big Talmidei Chachamim and, righteous, holy. No, even you, Jigarik. Richard, you know Rabbi Akiva? Rabbi Akiva was a rabbi. He didn't know anything about Judaism until the age of 40. He only began learning the alphabet, the ABCs of Judaism, when he was 40 years old, Richard. Anybody can do it.
Was Rabbi Akiva a convert?
I don't think Rabbi Akiva was a convert. No, Rabbi Akiva was not a convert. Somebody spoke to me about this past Shabbat. I don't think Rabbi Akiva.
He was the son of a convert.
Right, thank you. I don't think Rabbi Akiva was a convert. No, he was not a convert.
His father was a convert.
His father was a convert, correct?
Yeah, he was a Jew already.
Now,
Okay.
Rabotai, I want to show you over here, Richard. Now, Richard, to reach this holiness, do you think it's hard? No, it's not. Hashem gives us an opportunity from the moment that we wake up to the moment that we go to, excuse me, to the moment that we go to sleep. He gives us opportunity to always elevate ourselves. Even if I don't do any mitzvah, Richard, and I sit back like this and do nothing, I'm still becoming holy. Ask me how, Jigarik. Ask me how.
How?
If I have an opportunity right now to speak Lashon Hara, correct? Or to Chas v'Shalom go do a sin, and I hold myself back and do not, just like this, that in itself already elevates me. Because I'm holding myself back. So not necessarily do you have to do something to become holy. Even by holding yourself back, you could become holy.
Good. No, we have a saying too. If you can't say something nice, say nothing at all.
Yes.
If you can't do good, don't do bad. If you got nothing nice to say nothing.
Right.
And by doing that, you get a little closer to Hashem.
Correct. Very nice.
So are you holy for that specific moment, Rabbi? Or
Yes, for that specific moment, you are on a very high level. For that moment, you are raised. The Rav Chaim Igal just says something very powerful. He brings it down in the name of the Arizal. He says you can't compare one moment to the next, Jigarik. For example, let's say we're learning right now Torah, correct? When we started learning at 5:01, at 5:02 we were already on a different level, on a different atmosphere. At 5:03 we're in a different atmosphere. Every minute is higher and greater than the one before. That's why it's very important to constantly do mitzvot and constantly learn Torah. You know, Richard, how you say it? It's like, investing and your money just doubles by you doing nothing. Same thing concept over here. We are able to double and triple and even quadruple our mitzvot, our holy status. And this, Jigarik, is how you become closer to Hashem. And that's what we said. Yes, what do we say, Jigarik? When a person speaks Lashon Hara, he pushes himself back. Why am I pushing myself back? Because you're going down the ladder now. When you don't speak Lashon Hara, you hold yourself back. Now you're going up the ladder to Hashem. Can I just leave you guys off with a chiddush, a beautiful chiddush I read? It's not my idea, it's not my thought. Richard, do you know what merit did Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses, what merit did he have that he spoke to God mouth to mouth? So, Jigarik, if you remember when Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu,
Can you repeat that, Rabbi?
Yeah.
Pardon.
What merit did Moshe Rabbeinu have that he was the only prophet that was able to speak mouth to mouth with God?
What was it?
So if you guys remember when Moshe Rabbeinu, he went to Hashem, Hashem said, go to Pharaoh, and tell him I want to take out all the Jews. What did Moshe Rabbeinu tell Hashem? I am heavy of speech.
Oh, my brother.
The word heavy of speech, Richard, is spelled kaved. Yes, Richard? Chav bet dalid. But the rabbi placed on the word, you could also read it kavod, honor. He didn't tell Hashem, I don't want to go. He said to Hashem, I'm going to go. But I want you to understand that everything I say, I first weigh it, and my words, they're very honorable. They have importance. Hashem said, if that is the case, you're going to have the merit to be able to speak to me. People that value their words, if, like you said, Richard, if you have nothing to say, don't say it at all. It's a very important, what you said is, I think, a one-liner for everything. The more you speak, the more you get yourself into trouble. Richard, you know, I forgot the name of the rabbi. If somebody knows, please help me. There was a humongous rabbi. He used to sit and learn by the greatest rabbis. By the greatest rabbis. You know what he writes in the end, Richard? He said, I found nothing good for my body than silence. Tell me, you found nothing good for your body than learning Torah, praying, you know, brachot, blessings. He said, I have found nothing good for my body but silence. Because silence. No, it was not the Rambam. No, it's a Pirkei Avot. I just forgot the name. But I'm just trying to tell you, silence is a virtue. People like to blab. People just like to speak. But being silent is really a virtue. Jigari, are you with me or not, Jiggy?
Yeah.
So this is how we are able to grow. We have to understand that Hashem expects greatness from us. If Hashem expects greatness from us, Richard, we have to expect greatness from ourselves also. We should never settle for less. If we could do more, we should do more. That's how it works. And you'll see the more you do, the more closer you get to Hashem, the more fulfilled you're going to be. Can I ask you a question, Richard? Who was bigger than King Solomon? Can you tell me? Jigarik. Elon, who? Jigarik, how many wives do you have? Jigarik, can I know how many wives you have?
One.
Just one. Okay. That means you also have one mother-in-law. Let me ask you, how much money do you have, Jigarik? You own boats, you own the world.
Don't answer him, Reuben.
Richard, King Solomon had everything in this world. Everything. He had women, he had money, he was the king. And you know what he said in the end of days before he died, Richard? He said, Hakol hevel havalim hakol hevel. He said this world is world of vanities. Everything in it is vanity. The only good thing is to be close to Hashem. That's it. This is what you got it.
That's good. Good.
Okay, Rabota, if you guys have any questions, I'll take. If not, we'll conclude right over here.
Well, Richard, what happened to the name change, Richard?
What name change? Oh,
You went Isaac. Yitzchak.
Oh, Yitzhak is my real Jewish name, yeah?
Oh, my God.
You guys, I tell you, I learned so much, but it's all right. Unbelievable.
All right, Rabbi, I'll see you tonight.
I'll see you guys.
Rabbi, thank you
I'll
so
see you guys. Jigarik, tomorrow, Bezrat Hashem, we have Nathaniel alive. And then on Thursday, we have Rabbi Sulumanov. I spoke to him today, okay?
Awesome.
You guys going to enjoy him.
Awesome.
I'll see you
Looking
guys.
forward. Thank you.
I'll see you guys. Enjoy.
Bye, guys. Good night, everyone.
Good night, Richard. I'll speak to you. Bye, guys. Bye.